Yo, yo, yo. Back again once again. Let me get some things in order. And then we'll continue here. Make sure that audio's all working right. Something wrong too long. Sorry about that. Can't sound the microphone. I have a pop filter on it and everything, and it picks up every other noise perfectly fine but my voice. Starting to piss me off. But yeah, we're back again today with the Yuzuha storyline. Obviously in Zenless Zone Zero, then I'm gonna hop on over to DK Bonanza. I've been loving that game a lot. I've been playing a whole bunch off stream too, so I need to get back to it today. But yeah, so I'm just sending out some what do you call it? Links. I don't know why I'm blanking on that. Sending out some links, and then we'll get it commencing. I've already done the introduction to Alice Timefield, so missed that part. But other than that, yeah, I've been doing that. Alright, let's get this underway.
Master Pun, that glowing thing really appeared outside my window. I swear on the honor of the Timefield family.
Let's put the vows away for now, Missy. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people True. Why else would you have come all the way here in the middle of the night, right? But I really couldn't follow all that about a boom and shadow crooked by 20 degrees. Sure, we at Yunquei Summit practice mystic arts, but ghost hunting and monster chasing aren't exactly our specialty.
To be precise, it was crooked by 22 degrees to the left. I remember that clearly. But I admit I was a bit abrupt earlier. My apologies. It's not that I've misunderstood the mystic arts. I've come because a friend told me that Mr. Wise and Miss Bell are currently staying here, and she trusts them.
Signorine who was knocking just now?
Oh, perfect timing. You two are just who Miss Timefield is looking for.
What? You're Mr. Wise and Miss Bell?
Hi. I'm Belle, and this is my brother Wise. We meet again.
Well, could you not bring that up again? I see. So you spotted an unidentified glowing object outside your window and came here for help. But I didn't expect Lucy to be the one who sent you.
To be honest, Ms. Montefiore and I both attended the Celestia School for Girls. Even after she broke ties with her father and left without a word, we've still always kept in touch. Actually, I had planned to ask Porcelumix's staff for help with this, but it's late, and I couldn't get in touch with anyone. I can't share all the details, but I'm afraid that by morning, something this strange will just be brushed off and not taken seriously.
After hearing rumors that Alice might only be on the inspection team because of her family name, I asked Fairy to look into the Timefields. Turns out, she's likely here in place of her grandfather who's fallen ill. We're not sure exactly what happened, but Alice was probably threatened. Either way, Porcelumex clearly doesn't take her seriously. It's outrageous how they're treating her so differently from the other guests.
Since Miss Montefiore spoke so highly of you both, I'd like to ask for your help in investigating the unidentified object that appeared outside my window. As agreed, I'll be staying in Waifei Peninsula for another 2 weeks. And if this issue isn't settled, it's going to be a real problem.
So, Belle, what do you think about this?
Well, she is a friend of Lucy's, so let's give her a hand. Our last meeting was a little awkward, but that was mostly on us. Alright, mostly on me.
Do you charge per case? Or perhaps you work on a daily or hourly rate? If it's about the commission fee, please don't worry. My Ether Dynamics tutor used to charge for every 5 minutes in each lesson.
Oh, that's no problem. No problem at all. You came here for help, and you're even a friend of someone we know. Of course we'll lend a hand. Don't worry. Here at Yunquei Summit, we're not only skilled in the mystic arts, we're also good at tracking things down and getting to the bottom of mysteries.
Seriously, Signorine Hu? Are you already speaking on our behalf?
Hey, come on now. What do you mean, speaking on your behalf, huh? Let me tell you, the Timefield family isn't just loaded, they're on a whole nother level. Whether Beeline and the others get paid leave, and whether Senior Fufu gets to eat meat next month, all depend on you two now.
Stop putting more pressure on me, Senior.
Miss Timefield, why don't you stay with us tonight? Get a good night's rest, and after breakfast tomorrow, Junior Belle will go with you to investigate.
Are you both really willing to take this commission? Please don't feel obligated if you'd rather not get involved with the people Porcelumex have brought recently.
No need to worry, Miss Timefield. If you need help, we're more than willing to take the commission.
Thank you so much. I'll be staying here tonight then.
Back to the dorms. Should head to bed too. Expect you to fall asleep the moment you hit the bed the next morning. Sleeping into a picture. Practicing. Before we continue, videos are checked for the images.
morning, Miss Bell. Sorry for causing trouble by showing up so late last night.
It's no big deal. You came to us for help. And no need to be so formal. Just Belle is fine.
Alright. Then, please, feel free to call me Alice.
You seem a little tired. Did the thought of what you saw outside last night keep you up?
Not at all. Having all of you nearby made me feel quite safe. It's just, the scrolls hanging in the room were all tilted by 2 to 10 degrees, and when I was about to sleep after fixing them, I noticed that the 2 vases by the bed didn't match. Sorry, you have to see this side of me. This nitpicky habit of mine is a disgrace to my family's name.
Oh, no, it's not that bad. Swabian Temple just lives up to its name.
Thank you for understanding. By the way, about that thing I saw outside my window last night, if you don't mind, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Why don't we take a look around the lower floor of your building first? Since it appeared outside your window, there might be leads outside.
Okay, sure. Good thing you suggested starting outside. Honestly, I'm a bit ashamed to admit it, but I don't dare step back into that room until we know exactly what I saw.
Miss Bell, shall we head out to investigate the area below my apartment building? Sure, let's go. Yeah.
Alice, let's talk about last night. You said you heard a soft thump followed by a loud bang?
Yes, and it went pitch dark outside the window. I pulled back the curtains and saw large slanted shadows, and there was a glowing skeleton stuck between the shadows and the glass.
I'm gonna wait till the dialogue finishes. Sometimes this game likes to have dialogue going and then you run past it and you can't go back. Here we are, I'm staying at the building on the left. Oh, right here? That's where it's at. I'm gonna open the building. These the influence of building from top, staying special team. Personal business right now, rooms in their guest building. Sounds arranged to stay here instead. Now over there. There's all kinds of items scattered around. Alright. A bunch of miscellaneous items are scattered on the ground in the vending machine. Recycling bin for empty cans, flower pots, fresh oil. Oh, where did these flower pots come from? When I passed by yesterday evening, there weren't any around. I don't remember seeing any flower pots here either. Hold on, let's see. Identical flower pot when I bought it over there. Can't believe they put a flower pot in such a dangerous location. If anyone in our household did something that irresponsible, Mr. Arnold will certainly scold me. Mr. Arnold. Oh, he's no brother. I'm sorry. Went off on a tangent. Imagine when Chapel District. You've also been pretty kind. Really kind. I feel that you. Oh, I just remember something. After the skeleton, a huge tilted shadow flashed by outside the window. Wasn't anywhere away from downstairs. It must have been the sound of a falling flower pot. Rocking the flower pots is quite a bit lower than out of the window. Maybe whoever scared Alice fell to the ground along with the flower pot. This is the guest house where Alice lives. Let's look around carefully for any clues. That's before they to us.
It's basically a rewriting
The
of everything on our
windows were actually turned like on the left side of the building. How big was that?
huge, basically covering the entire window. And nothing near the window that could support such a massive object. The drain pipes and outlets have
Very limited capacity.
Where did that dark shadow come from? Ah, I see. Listen.
Overturned drinks crate. Must have been hit by that flower pot. But why would this long box end up all the way here? Yeah, it's weird for it to be here. Sorry, y'all, I'm responding to some text messages. Dun, dun, dun.
Some small. You got a gut feeling, you know, to something. Before you know it, you lift the box. Oh, there's a trail of tiny footprints. That's broken feeling. It's glowing dark paint. Glowing dark paint. The exact same color as the glowing skeleton I saw last night. Looks like we found the part.
Belle, have you figured out what happened last night? I have some theories after seeing the footprints, but I want to hear your thoughts first.
I think our guesses are probably pretty close.
Really? Then let's go over what we found together. First, about that huge shadow. What do you think it was? And how did it end up outside my window?
It was probably from cargo hanging on the tower crane. The cargo was big enough to block the whole window, and the way it vanished without a trace makes sense if we assume it was moved away with the crane. You mentioned hearing a soft thump before the shadow appeared. One of the ropes holding the cargo probably snapped, causing the load to tilt and bump against your window.
Yes, that's what I figured too. Thinking back, the reason I was so certain that it was tilted exactly 22 degrees was because there was a shipping label on the crate. But let's just assume for a moment that it was. Then, what do you think made it fall to the ground?
It was probably knocked over by that skeleton that startled you. After the cargo hit your window, the crane lifted it back up. But that little thing couldn't hold on and fell off, landing right on the flower pot.
Right. There must be a reason the flower pot fell. If something as large as the cargo had hit it directly, the whole rack would have come crashing down. The fact that one pot was left on the balcony means it had to be something smaller. Looks like we have the same train of thought. That leaves us with just one remaining question. What was that glowing skeleton?
There's no doubt. The culprit is whatever animal left those glowing little footprints. Since its paws were covered in glow-in-the-dark paint, the skeleton pattern was probably painted on its body or clothes. There's no paint on the drain pipe, so the little creature most likely hitched a ride on the cargo. It was caught in the crane malfunction, which then caused it to slam into the window. Later on, while trying to escape, it knocked over the flower pot. But the exact sequence of events isn't really the point. What matters is this. No matter how clever an animal is, there's no way it could have dressed itself up like that.
Which means someone deliberately used it to pull a prank on me. That's going too far. Belle, since it left footprints while fleeing, there must be more tracks nearby. If if we follow them, we might be able to find whoever or whatever's behind this. Look over here. The footprints go up the pillar to the overpass.
Let's follow them and check it out.
How could they? I can't believe someone actually used an animal to pull a prank.
The footprints stop here. Did it jump off? Let's go down and take a look.
Heart rate of the client increased to 120 BPM. Here is a proverb. A cornered rabbit will bite.
Barry, you're not helping.
Huh? The footprints disappear here.
Uh-oh, the footprints are all jumbled here.
Where could it have gone? Huh? There it is! Don't let it get away! Hey! There! You ran into that stone! So you were behind yesterday's pranks! The real culprit.
Manitou?
What?
Huh?
Yuzuha, visitors.
Coming! What can I get for you? Huh? Oh well. Huh. Guess I got found out after all. Miss, based on what you just said, may I assume that you are the owner of this tanuki? His full name is Kamanosuke, but we call him Kama. Uh-huh. What I mean is, he's not just this tanuki. He has a name. And I'm not Kama's owner. We're just partners. Kama is free to do as he pleases. Excuse me for being presumptuous.
That girl's name is Yuzuha, right? She suddenly changed the subject just now. Seems like she'll be a tough nut to crack.
It's all right. Kama just said he doesn't mind. So, honored guests, what brings you to Mystic Wares? Looking for anything in particular? I'm Ukinami Yuzuha. Our family runs a well-known porcelain shop in Phylum Heights. We carry all kinds of goods, and any purchase of a second item comes with a 1% discount. All right. Thank you very much. No, wait! We're not here to shop! Miss Ukinami, we don't even know each other, and yet last night, you and your partner played a prank on me that caused me a lot of trouble. Huh? That's a bit of a shock. I thought you'd really appreciate Kama's way of returning the favor. Returning the favor? Sorry, I don't quite follow what you mean. How could you not understand? You were clearly the ones who started the prank in the first place. Porcelumex previously stated they'd thoroughly investigate the safety hazards and give the people of Waifei Peninsula a proper explanation of the accident. Yet somehow they let an unqualified little girl sneak into a team of so-called experts. That's quite the prank if you ask me.
Yuzuha, saying something like that in front of others might be a bit...
Monato, I've been meaning to say this for a while. You having that face and always talking like a goody two-shoes? What a waste.
Excuse me, can I say something? Porcelumex brought in the inspection team just for show. Of course, people are going to feel outraged. It's just that even with so many well-known experts on the investigation team, none dared to defy Porcelumex. So why place all the blame on Miss Timefield alone?
I see. You're saying I'm just picking the easy target? I remember now. I've seen you before. You were that disciple in training, Belle, from Swabian Temple. Didn't expect you'd be more witty than you look. Anyway, after hearing you out, I realized I didn't think the prank through. Sorry about that. It won't happen again. I really appreciate you saying that. But you don't look so thankful. Are you still so concerned about what happened last night? No, you've misunderstood. I indeed joined the supervisory investigation team. And though there are reasons I can't fully explain, as a descendant of the Timefield family, I won't forgive myself for my mistakes just because you apologized. I only hope you'll take back what you said about me being unqualified. The Timefield family has always upheld strict discipline. Both my grandfather and father were scholars in the ether industry, and I've received a systematic education in hollow and ether studies from an early age under their guidance. Monato, what's with this person? She seems just as weird as you.
How would I know? And for the record, I'm not weird at all.
So from the sound of it, you're pretty confident in your knowledge. Then, do you know what this strange piece of porcelain is?
This looks more like a shard of some kind of device rather than porcelain. Also, was it my imagination? Or did I suddenly sense an unpleasant aura coming from it? Something similar to the presence of a sacrifice.
Oh, that's a shard of a large obscura.
Obscura?
Yes, an obscura is a type of experimental reactor vessel made with high-purity porcelain as its outer shell. Due to the unique properties of porcelain, when etheric matter is placed inside obscura, it can slowly come into contact with the air. This allows researchers to observe how ether behaves once it leaves a hollow. Although an obscura is a rather expensive piece of lab equipment, there's nothing strange about it. This shard hasn't been coated with the outer layer yet. It was probably damaged during manufacturing.
Damaged during manufacturing? So there is something wrong with this thing.
See, Monato? I told you my instincts were spot on. Who would have thought we'd figure out what this thing is in such an unexpected way? What a stroke of luck!
Could someone explain what just happened?
We suspect that someone at Porcelumex has been illegally producing high-value porcelain items inside the hollow. Items not listed in the official registry. Simply put, they publicly claim to be producing low-value products. Workers' wages and even the reported profits are all calculated based on that. But in reality, someone's pocketing the difference for themselves.
Exactly. The Obscura isn't a regular product of the Wi-Fi Peninsula factory, so its appearance here clearly points to shady dealings going on inside the hollow.
Where did you find this shard?
We found it in a batch of materials delivered to our shop from Siloon Bay. The residents there collect discarded porcelain from the hollow, and my father uses the scraps to make handicrafts. Let's go, Monato! We're heading to Siloon Bay! If we can trace this shard back to its source, we'll have enough evidence to expose the corruption inside Porcelumex and give them a real scandal to deal with. Wait a moment. Are you sure it's okay to just say your whole plan out loud like that? It's fine. You're a scaredy cat. No way you'd snitch to Porcelumex. Wait, you wouldn't, right? Of course not! But not because I'm afraid. As a descendant of the Timefield family, I would never stoop to something so dishonorable. Belle, it seems you still have some questions for Miss Ukinami regarding the Obscura. Apologies, but given my current position, I'm afraid it wouldn't be appropriate for me to hear any further details. So please excuse me for now. Thank you for helping resolve the issue. I'll have the payment for the commission sent over promptly.
You didn't leave with that fancy girl. Do you have something to ask us?
Can I come with you to Siloom Bay for the investigation? I'm curious about the origin of that shard. Besides, I can help if you're heading into the Hollow.
No problem. You're more than welcome to join us. Wow, today's our lucky day. Not only did we find a lead, but we even had a proxy who's an expert at handling miasma just show up at our door.
Don't lay it on too thick, Yuzuha. You don't want to scare Belle away. Still, we have no reason to turn down the proxy's help. So, we'll be counting on you from now on.
Monito, if your tail wasn't wagging like an electric fan right now, I'd give you a perfect score for how mature you acted.
Tail wagging. Bill, sorry to say hi earlier. It's hard to get a word in when you use the hi now. What the heck? Monato, that's so mean. You two seem pretty familiar with each other. You guys are pretty close. The classmates, though, we've got a ton of students from Whitefield Peninsula. Standout characters like Monato are pretty rare. And those who are both eye-catching and generally nice people are even rarer. I see. So that's why you decided to investigate. Yes, don't just go along with what she says. Actually, Yuzuha was the one who wanted to investigate, but I also think we can't let porcelainics get away with. There's just a slap on the wrist. Anyway, let's head to Siloom Bay and ask around. Speaking of Siloom Bay, it's an area near the shore below Fileum Heights. In the past, Lumite or Mite from the Hollow was washed there. Now quite a few residents have moved in. The elevator escaping temple just goes straight to Siloom Bay. Should have been fixed last week. So the elevator goes to Siloom Bay. Let's go check it out. I'll give it 1 second, y'all. Keep the stream going. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Whew. That's one thing about these story quests. I like them.
Feel free to look around.
I like the voice work, I like all that stuff. Only problem is, I get sleepy. So I just wish that they had like more activity rather than just pointing.
The elevator's still out of service, but I heard the repairs were already
Click
finished.
menus.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Though the repairs have been completed, some facilities and services, like the Wi-Fi cable car, have recently been suspended due to safety concerns.
Safety concerns? What exactly do you mean?
Sorry. I don't know much about the specifics since the Wi-Fi cable car is operated under Porcelumex. You can contact their service hotline. Customer support will be able to provide you with more detailed information.
Then, is there another way to get to Siloon Bay?
As far as I know, there aren't any other routes available at the moment.
What a shame. I heard Siloon Bay is on the seaside, and the scenery at sunset is supposed to be stunning.
If it's a seaside view you're after, you could take the cable car to Lemnian Island. It offers a close view of the Hollow, and since Porcelumex has staff stationed there, it's fairly safe.
Are you saying the edge of the Hollow is somehow safer than a seaside residential area?
No. That's not what I meant.
I'm not trying to be difficult. Since I can't get to Siloon Bay, I suppose I'll just wander around the area for a while.
Thank you so much for your understanding.
Looks like the elevator's still out of service.
Siloon Bay is home to many who were left homeless after the fall of the old capital. Their living conditions aren't great, and they handle most of the hardest and most dangerous jobs in the Hollow. If the inspection team were to catch wind of something sensitive from the locals there, it'd be a real headache for Porcelumex. So they went ahead and blocked the road entirely.
I think we can't get this right now.
There must be other ways to get to Siloon Bay, right? After all, the elevator wasn't always here.
Exactly. That whole no other route nonsense is just something Porcelumex tells outsiders to fool them.
You can go around the mountain by taking the upper highway, and then head down from the other side. It'll just take a little longer.
It'll just take a little longer. Easy for you to say. We're not all made of pure muscle like you.
I guess I could probably carry both of you together.
Whoa, don't take it so literally. I was just complaining a little. But knowing how thorough that Damien from Porcelumex is, they might have even secured the mountain paths to keep people away from Siloon Bay.
Good point. Yuzuha and I will go check things out first, Belle. Let's meet up later at the mountain highway.
If they're reminded, but I can't tell if it's a sacrifice or not. My ether perception has always been weaker. I barely use the perception technique that Shifu taught us. I agree with you. This thing is super suspicious. You should definitely look into it properly. Well, I'll come with you to Siloon Bay using EOS. I might be able to help. Alright, let's go together. After tidying up a bit, you set out with EOS.
I wonder how things are going with Monato and Yuzuha. Let's go check.
I actually think I'm going a bit
edge since you saw that rich girl. I want Belle to think you're a mean person. I couldn't care less about that lady. Besides, doesn't matter if people think I'm mean. You gotta picture having worrying about everyone on the back burner. Think about how we're gonna deal with those patrolling security mexes instead. I'm here. Perfect timing. We just finished our investigation, and Damien has, as suspected, taken care of the mountain paths too. He blocked them off and temporarily prohibited any residents from passing through, under the pretext that remnants of the Exaltus might be trying to escape. And he even got all kinds of security mechs patrolling there 24/7. So you mean the mountain path's full of machines right now? Yeah, they've got triple the strength of a normal person, and they never get tired. This ain't gonna be easy. No. This just got way easier. Vaguely explain Fairy's abilities. So you're saying you've got this killer AI that can perfectly wipe out surveillance footage as long as it's not human patrols. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Phew. Good thing the princess isn't here right now. Or she'd definitely be all, absolutely not. You cannot do that. Yuzuha, you say you don't care. Alright, Belle. That's wrong. Monotone, I will handle shutting down the enemies. You take care of wiping those visual logs. Monotone was totally ignored. Alright, if we're all set, let's head out. Alright, let's go. Into combat.
We just have to follow this railway track to get to Sailoon Bay.
I don't know why I'm saying Sailoon Bay.
Watch out! There's security mechs patrolling up ahead.
We've got enemies.
Yuzuha's EX special attack can inflict sweet scare on enemies when the active character attacks enemies in the state. It triggers flavor match, causing them to continuously take damage matching that character's attribute. When other squad members land hits on enemies, Yuzuha launches basic attack, hard candy shot around the enemy. When the attack hits enemies affected by sweet scare with the heavy attack, Yuzuha will consume sugar points to deal additional damage and anomaly accumulation.
Don't go too hard, Minato, or people will notice the damage.
All done. Let's go.
Hold on. Come with me for a sec.
What's wrong with you? Ever since we got out here, I've had this feeling someone's been tailing us. Fairy, can you feel that? Sorry, there are no visual or video recording devices on this mountain path. Who on earth could it be? Shh, they're coming. It's clearly gonna be Alice.
Oh, it's you.
Alice, don't be scared. It's us. Belle, it's you. You frightened me.
You were the one sneaking around behind us. And yet you got so scared like that. So what are you doing here?
Ms. Ukinami? Mr. Komano? I'd like to help you with the Obscura investigation. I gave it some thought after heading back. If I'm part of the investigation team, but can't do anything, I wouldn't be able to ever forgive myself.
In case you forgot, you were brought in by Porcelumex. If they ever discovered you helped us, things could end badly for you. And if you always worry too much about living up to other people's standards, you'll only grow up to be a useless person someday.
You're worried Porcelumex might come after her, right? Still, you might have gone a little too far with your warning just now.
Nobody asked for your opinion.
Alice, are you really sure it's okay for you to join us?
Thank you, Belle. Don't worry about me. Mr. Blackwood may be strict, but from what I've heard, he at least honors his contracts. And since what we're investigating isn't related to a safety issue, even if word gets out, I'll have my ways to handle it. Also, while what Miss Ukinami said earlier was fair, at its core, doesn't it still count as just another form of trying to measure up to other people's standards? As a member of the Timefield family, I take full responsibility for my choices. So please, there's no need to worry.
Alrighty, but you heard our plan. After investigating Sailoon Bay, we'll likely be heading into the Hollow. That's not exactly the kind of place for a noble lady to take a stroll.
That's even less of a concern. One can't become a proper Hollow scholar without field research, so I've undergone professional sword training and Hollow survival drills since childhood.
Alright then, I've got no objections. What about you, Minato?
Welcome aboard.
Meanwhile,
A patrol mech is approaching. Careful.
When Alice's attack hit enemies or trigger assault through anomaly buildup, she gains blade etiquette. When Alice stacks blade etiquette to its maximum, she can hold to unleash a 3-stage charged attack, Starshine Waltz. This triggers polarized assault when hitting an enemy.
Alright, let's see what you've got.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
Marius, you're a real chatterbox. But you handle yourself well in a fight.
I appreciate it.
If you're not sure how to respond to Yuzuha, just don't. She won't get mad. Belle, you can give it a try too.
Wait, Minato, are you riling her up on purpose?
Uh-oh, it's people from Porcelumex.
Shh, let's try to avoid them and take a detour. As if all those security mechs weren't enough. Now they're sending in reinforcements?
There wasn't a door here before. Must be recent installation. Let me see. Yeah, it's the tablet. Triggers online. Try to climb over. It's really reassuring how meticulous Minato is.
Just happened to have a side gate installing locks when I was working part-time before.
Ah, so that's when you were so busy you didn't even have time to check the Speak Shack forums, huh? What do we do now? Don't worry, we got this. Yeah, I'll use EOS success to bring the workbench and find the passcode. I'll leave it to you.
Let us enter domain expansion.
Second assistant, you have successfully entered the Marcel maze.
Belle was always the one jumping around with Eos before. Eos's tiny legs can jump that high?
Master has expressed a similar assessment.
playing. Superman did another 10 million on a Tuesday, so I'm actually. Oh yeah, what's up, Graham? I didn't even see you there, but yeah, Superman did another 10 million on Tuesday this week, and it's right now they said it's on track to hit about between 650 or 700 million. I actually hope it does. I actually enjoyed the movie a lot. I know, some people complained about it. Some people I watch on YouTube complained about it, but I actually enjoyed the movie. I like Nicholas Hoult, his how he plays Lex Luthor. I know he said one of his inspirations was Michael Rosenbaum's Lex Luthor from Smallville, but he just 10x'd it with how annoying he was in the movie. I thought he did excellent. They said that they're fast tracking the Wonder Woman movie, so that's gonna be pretty cool to see. That come out soon.
Classic Phaethon.
Soon could be a few years though, but
Great job, Wise.
saying that they're aiming
Let's keep
supposedly
going.
somewhere. They said they're aiming for a 2026 release date.
Keep it up,
So we'll
guys.
see.
Once we get past here, it'll be smooth sailing. Plenty stretch to score. Keep it up. How much longer until we get to Sunmoon Bay? Strike in an instant.
We're almost there. We cross 2 bridges, follow a short path, and we'll reach the elevator.
Whoop. And then we're there.
And then we'll be a third of the way there.
Let's go. Now you see why I sometimes just want to punch him. Right, Belle?
All done. Everyone, let's move.
Kind of hard to track with Monato there as a secondary player. I heard he's going to be a 4-star unit, 4-star fire unit. Yeah, Ji Yuan is actually my favorite character to play as in the game. She's actually my favorite team. I wish I knew how to use her more universally. So this is Salem Bay, for the site. How a minute. Goes on forever. Bill, did you rest? Did you rest well? It seems that Miss Ukinami and the others have found someone selling porcelain materials. Let's head over. Salem Bay cannot be accessed through the map. Coming off a break week of One Piece, so that's good. I get to see the new chapter, get more of the backstory of King Harald and Rox Beck and Loki, so I'm waiting for that as well. These last few chapters have been peak.
Yuzuha, here to pick up materials for Uncle Balrog again? Seems like you've been the one picking things up these days.
My dad's been having some back pain lately, so I've been running errands for him.
But if you keep skipping school, won't you get expelled?
You're one to talk. Careful, or I'll have Kama replace all your favorite bubble pop candy with rubber. Actually, we were supposed to be doing our Hollow internships these days. But since Lemnian Hollow's been unsafe lately, they ended up canceling everything and just marked us all as qualified.
Wow, your luck's still better than ever, huh? My brother failed his Hollow internship 3 times last year. For a while, just seeing the Hollow from a distance made him nauseous. Oh, right! What kind of materials are you picking up today, Yuzuha? Check out this piece of high-grade Lumite ore I've got. Ajiang snatched it from a white-haired ghost woman in the Hollow just last night.
What? A white-haired ghost woman?
That's right. was hauling cargo in the hollow for Porcelumex, and somehow stumbled upon a huge pile of Lumite ore. So he started gathering the stones one by one, and then a shaky, wobbly figure started drifting toward him from a distance. It was a ghost woman with long white hair, bird-like wings, and golden feathers. But in the blink of an eye, she vanished. And just then, Ajang suddenly felt a shiver crawl down the back of his neck. Ow! Yuzuha, why'd you flick me? Weren't you the one who said that the most important part of the porcelain business isn't selling goods, but selling stories?
That story was awful. And didn't you go around last week telling everyone you heard strange moaning sounds on the mountain paths nearby? Your story sure changed quick.
That one wasn't a lie. Mello, Dante, and I all heard it, and not just once.
What? Strange moaning sounds on the mountain path?
Uh-huh. You said that one wasn't a lie. Which means the ghost story's mostly made up, right?
You're trying to trick me again. But seriously, Ajang really did get spooked by something all pale and ghosty last night. I'm not making that up.
All right. I'll take this piece off your hands. When my dad turns it into jewelry, I'll give this story a proper rewrite, okay? I promise it'll be weird and thrilling enough. But in exchange, you've got to tell me something. Take a look at this piece. This was part of the last batch delivered to my place. Do you remember who brought it in?
That wasn't one of mine. Probably from Mello or Uncle Afang. Anyways, if there's nothing else, I'm gonna head out.
Let's go. Thanks!
Should we go ask them one by one?
So, are we going to go ask them one by one now?
Yeah, let's split up and ask around. Monato and I will go find Uncle Afang. And Belle, you go with Lady Alice to check with Mello. If it turns out to be his, make sure to get the exact time and place he found the piece. Let's go!
Alice's voice actress is really good. I actually like that. I know they said, according to data, I think Crunchyroll said about 90%, or it's either 80 or 90% of people who watch anime on that platform watch it in dub rather than sub. So I see how that illusion is breaking, that everybody prefers sub over dub. I've always said if I have to read anime, I'm not doing it because I can just read the manga. So I actually do prefer watching dub and sub. Hey, tell you right, Mello. Yeah, what's up? I heard you trade porcelain materials around here. Could you take a look at this photo on my phone? Have you ever seen this piece before? Yeah, I've seen it before. But you want to take a quick wait, don't believe me? I have you know I got the best intel in Saloon Bay. Of course we believe you. That's why we came all this way to ask for your help, little one. Can you tell us? Little one, can you tell us about the origins of this porcelain chart? No, what? Can't you see I'm busy? Someone broke my toy and I'm trying to fix it. I'm not in the mood to talk. This is the remote control edition City Hunter. I saved up my allowance for a whole year to get this. It's all Dante's fault. For a kid, this is a huge deal. And when it comes to remote control toys, I might be able to figure something out. If I could fix your toy, you can fix it? You really fix it, I'll tell you all about where that porcelain chart came from. So, A comes over here. B, C. Let's see. Or does A go here? Oh, A would have to go here. So that's over here. except for yeah, I can't go to there. Not everything is touching, but nice. Let's reset. Okay, so starting off with A and B. That doesn't work. Have to bring B over here. This captures me off. Why can't I see the vision? Usually you have to do it in a sequence, so that's cool.
Whoa! Awesome! It's really fixed! Hello, little one. Can you tell us where this porcelain shard came from?
No.
Huh? It's important to keep your word, little one. You understand that, right?
But my mom said Porcelumex doesn't allow outsiders around here these days. So if I see any suspicious strangers, I'm not supposed to talk to them. And I've never seen you before.
After we met strangers, let's look at this other lady. Oh, she's a bad person, right?
We're not really strangers. We're friends of Mystic Wares, the folks who often come here to collect materials.
That's right! Miss Yuzuha came here with us today. You know, the daughter of Mr. Ukinami Balrog, Mystic Wares' owner.
And you say you're not suspicious. Uncle Balrog's last name is Lee, not Ukinami. You didn't even know that Yuzuha was adopted. How am I supposed to believe anything you say?
So Yuzuha was adopted. No wonder her name feels so different from Uncle Balrog's. I thought it was maybe something to do with her mother's side.
You can trust them, Mello.
Okay, Balrog.
He really did come here with me.
Makes sense.
Yuzuha!
That's Japanese.
You know where this dark piece of porcelain came from, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Dante found it. He thought this piece of porcelain must be valuable, and I said it wasn't. That's how we got into a fight. He broke my toy, and I smashed his Denny gun. Is there something wrong with this piece of porcelain, Yuzuha? Dante didn't get himself into trouble, did he?
She's trying to pull a prank on all those people.
Don't worry, he's not in any trouble. This piece is actually really valuable, so we just want to ask where he found it.
That's right. No need to worry about your friend. So Dante just got lucky, huh? Funny how the moment you know your friend's okay, all that lingering resentment bubbles right back up.
That's kids for ya! But Mello, have I ever told you? I really can't stand stingy boys.
Come on, Yuzuha. You know me. I'm the most generous boy around. All right. I'll go make up with Dante. Gotta run.
Now that we've got some more info, let's hurry and find Dante! Ukinami Balrog! I was dying trying not to laugh earlier. What a ridiculous name! Now I want to tell my dad, just to see his reaction.
Miss Ukinami, I'm truly sorry. We didn't mean to pry into your personal matters.
It's all right. Being adopted is just a fact of life. Besides, for someone like me who had nowhere to go, being taken in by someone as nice as my dad, I'd say I'm pretty lucky, don't you think? What I don't get is, couldn't a family as prestigious as the Timefields send someone else to Waifei Peninsula? Why did it have to be you?
Because there aren't many left of us in the family. My father passed away in an accident years ago, so now it's just me and my grandfather. And he's currently ill.
I see. Seems like things haven't been easy for you either. Anyway, you don't need to dwell on my background. Constantly apologizing makes you seem unsure of yourself. You're a noble lady, and you've had a great education. So, show some confidence, alright?
Yes, I will.
Alright then, let's get going.
Where is Dante's place?
It's up there, very close.
Miss Isolde, do you think this Denny gun can be fixed?
Of course. I used to be in the military and have repaired guns much more complicated than this. The trigger link is misaligned, that's all. I'll just take it apart and realign it for you. All right, that should do it. Hand me a Denny, Dante. I'll fire a test shot.
Here you go.
Well, it seems our 4 friends over there sure know how to stay quiet. Perhaps I'll have to say, the next shot will be a life round.
Turns out you already knew we were here, Miss Isolde. Since you're a military representative, I didn't expect that you would violate Porcelumex's restrictions to come here.
Taking the initiative, I see. You seem like quite the experienced negotiator, Miss Bell. But you're right. I came to Siloon Bay in secret, just like the rest of you. Now that we all have a little leverage on each other, how about I start by showing some goodwill? I actually came here to visit Dante's family. His uncle used to be my comrade in the military.
Miss Isolde isn't a bad person, Yuzuha. Don't worry. She's come to visit us every year for as long as I can remember.
Okay, nothing to worry about. Sarah right here.
I didn't expect you to be a regular visitor here. You had us fooled. When we met you and the elevator technician earlier, we thought it was your first time visiting Wi-Fi Peninsula.
I was sent to show the military's goodwill, so it's best not to cause any unnecessary trouble. I'll be here waiting for Dante's mother to get off work. Feel free to take care of whatever you need nearby.
What's going on? Why is there a crowd in front of our house? Yuzuha? Monato? Oh, Miss Isolde! You're here too?
It's been a while, Aitana.
Yeah, it's already been another year. I can't believe you still made it to Siloon Bay given how strict Porcelumix has become lately. Why haven't you invited everyone inside, Dante? Hey, what are you doing with that gun again? Didn't you promise Mommy that you wouldn't play with that anymore?
But Aya and Mello both have toys. How am I supposed to be friends with them without my Danny gun? And I don't get it. Why don't you want me to grow up and join the Defense Force, Mom? You little stinker. What did you just say? Get back here!
Sorry you had to see that.
Dante said he wants to join the Defense Force someday?
Yeah, he's always asking me to tell him stories about his uncle. To him, his dad is nothing special. It's his uncle who's the real hero. Even though he had never met him.
How have you all been lately?
Well, we're getting by. His father and I both work, and now Dante's old enough to gather porcelain scraps with the other kids and make a bit of money too.
Here, take this. Use it to help with the household expenses.
Is this your money? Or compensation from the Defense Force?
Compensation from the Defense Force.
That's a lie. If the Defense Force were going to give us compensation, they would have done it ages ago. This isn't the respect my brother deserves. You can keep the money. Sometimes No, not just sometimes. Ever since the fall of the old capital, I've always felt that my brother died for nothing, and everything you all fought for was meaningless.
That's not true, Aitana. If it weren't for Maxim and the others who fought beside him, kids like Dante wouldn't even have the freedom to run on the beach today. Of course, after the fall of the old capital, not only did the Defense Force have to cope with heavy losses, but also public criticism for failing to contain the collapse, which continues to this day. The Defense Force has neither provided proper compensation to grieving families, nor upheld the honor of the soldiers who gave their lives. To me, that's a serious failure of duty. I'm sorry. You should have been able to live somewhere better. But there's nothing I can do.
The fact that you still remember your old comrades and come to visit me every year means a lot. I wasn't planning to bring up all this old stuff. But that little troublemaker got me all stirred up again. The past is the past. All we can do is let go of it, right? I still have Dante and his father, after all. I guess it's better to keep looking forward.
Yes, you're right. You still have so many important things in this world.
Yuzuha, sorry about that. I got caught up seeing an old friend and left you all waiting. Is there something I can help you with?
We actually came to see Dante.
Just wanted to ask him about a piece of porcelain he found earlier. Nothing serious.
I see. He did go running off, but I can practically guarantee you that he went to the beach. If you're not in a rush, feel free to come and sit down for a bit. He'll come back once he's calmed down.
Thanks, but we'll head down to the beach and check on him. Kids his age often have a lot more on their minds than we might think.
Ancient sob stories. Please don't say that. We really get the chance to learn about what happened during the fall of the old capital. I'm ashamed to admit, I always thought the military families received a pension after the fall. Too many soldiers died defending the old capital. Military and government initially promised compensation for all, but in the end, only the frontline troops defending against Hollow Zero received it. Let's see. You want to say something? Have more questions for me? Go ahead. I'm all ears. I want to know more about you and your comrades. My former unit wasn't responsible for the Hollow Zero frontline. We were tasked with retrieving crucial supplies from inside Hollow Zero, providing disaster relief within the borders of Wi-Fi Peninsula and Janus Quarter. Positive vital survival. Indeed. Back then, we took pride in running into the battlefield, doing what we could for this city. Still working. I understand what you're getting at. I don't sound happy with the defense force still high. But, well, sometimes life just drags you along for the ride. Ha. Suppose I'm what you'd call a useless person, huh? Oh, goodness. Of course, Miss Isolde said that overhear your conversation on the mountain path. And not only that, she got ahead of us and reached Sagan Bay first. Huh? What's wrong? Nothing. I don't have any questions. But you should head to the beach to find Dante first. If there's anything else you want to know, I'm sure we'll meet again in the future.
After hearing all that, I feel a bit different.
So, Miss Isolde used to be a soldier, and it seems like she's been through a lot.
Dante, so this is where you went.
Minato? Yuzuha? What are you doing here?
We came just to ask you about a piece of porcelain you found. Of course, we were also kind of worried about you, so we thought we'd check up on you.
If you wanted to cheer him up, Minato, then you shouldn't have mentioned the first part.
That's just how Minato is. Thanks, you guys. I know Mom is worried. What happened to my uncle still haunts her. She doesn't want to put anyone else in danger or see someone sacrifice themselves and not be respected for it. I know how much Mom's been through. Miss Isolde told me that after the fall of the old capital, many military families like ours were left struggling without their main source of support and had to drift from place to place. But I want to join the defense force to help make it better. Mom had to let go because she couldn't do anything about it. But I want to change that. I want to make sure they never hurt anyone again.
Really impressed with Dante, but it's not easy journey to achieve.
I'm pretty impressed, Dante. I didn't expect you to think about all this so deeply.
It really is a great dream.
Miss Isolde, what are you doing out here? Are you leaving already?
Yes, I just received a call, and someone from Porcelumex wants to meet with me. They're probably trying to probe the military's position again. I'd better head back quickly. Your mom is worried about you. If you aren't really mad at her, then you should head back soon.
Yeah, I know. By the way, Yuzuha, what was it you wanted to ask about the piece of porcelain?
Where did you find that piece of porcelain?
Do you remember this? Where did you get it from? Oh, that? I caught it when I was fishing from a boat 3 days ago. It was near that small reef island about 3 kilometers from shore. I was out there for a while and saw the shard drifting from the direction of the hollow.
If I'm not mistaken, this looks like a shard of an Obscura. Was it made in Waifei Peninsula? Ah, I think I get why you came to Sailoon Bay now. You don't need to explain further. There are some things I'd prefer not to know.
Thank you for understanding. We'll read it here.
Thank you for understanding.
I've got a question. Why would an Obscura shard drift out from the hollow in the first place?
Oh, Lemnian Island is actually connected to several water systems. And there are even underground rivers. This shard probably fell into the water and got swept out with the current. But since the hollow covers such a huge area, it'd be hard to pinpoint exactly where it drifted from.
Let's have Fairy map out all the nearby hollow exits later. But figuring out exactly which one the Obscura shard came from might still take some time.
There is actually a way to calculate where it came from. By the way, Dante, since your mom doesn't want you playing with a Denny gun, and it keeps breaking anyway, why don't you sell it to me? You can use the money to buy a new toy instead.
I mean, sure, I guess. But, Miss Isolde, what do you want a Denny gun for?
It might come in handy for these older folks. Here, Miss Bell, take it.
This particular gun right here looks rather old. This is old. What are we supposed to do?
Miss Isolde? What are we supposed to...
Raise the gun and fire a shot far out toward the sea, in a direction perpendicular to the shoreline.
Look! The toy Denny you fired is floating on the water!
Start timing it now. After a while, it will drift back to shore. But due to the combined effects of the hollow's changing tides and the wind, it won't come directly back. It'll drift off course. Let me check today's hollow activity report. Ah, it's almost the same as it was the morning of 3 days ago. Plus, the wind speed in the area stays pretty stable during this season, so the conditions should be relatively equivalent. The toy Denny has about the same density as the Obscura shard. So once we measure where and when the Denny washes ashore, we can calculate the water's flow and work backwards to find the hollow's exit.
Wow. I don't really get everything you said, but it sounds like we're pretty lucky.
It's probably thanks to Yuzuha. She's always crazy lucky. Like, if it's raining and she forgot her umbrella, it would always stop by the time school's out. And once, she somehow got an extra bottle of soda every time she bought one from the machine for an entire month. Maybe that piece of porcelain drifted out of the hollow just because Yuzuha needed it.
What's up, Monato? What's with the,
Oh, it's nothing.
No way! You definitely have something on your mind. Out with it! 3, 2, 1!
It's nothing, really. I just suddenly remembered your last name.
Miss Ukinami's last name?
Oh, right. It's different from Dad's surname, Lee. He said it'd sound way too weird if I were named Lee Yuzuha. He wouldn't be able to forgive himself for giving a kid such a ridiculous name. So he gave me a name based on my own story instead.
Mr. Lee sounds like quite the interesting person.
So, Ukinami is a surname based on your history?
That's right. I drifted in from the sea, and my dad found me on the beach here in Sailoon Bay. Hence, Ukinami, floating on the waves.
I see.
Just Nami's story from One Piece.
Before that?
No. Didn't you know? There's actually a dragon
Delmira
palace
founder.
inside the Lemnian Hollow. And I'm the princess. every day, I lived happily under the care of my loyal retainers. But one day, a lost traveler wandered into the palace and told me all about the human world beyond its walls. I decided to leave with him on a whim. But once I arrived in the human world, I forgot where the Dragon Palace was and ended up becoming what you all call an orphan.
That kind of sounds like a Lemnian Hollow version of some old legend or folktale.
Not kinda sounds like. It is one.
Oh, come on. Just because you've heard me tell this story before doesn't mean you have to ruin the moment like that. Still, it is kind of amazing. The tide always seems to carry all sorts of things to this beach. Me, that Obscura shard, we both ended up here the same way.
I should sure you get up to a hollow, the distance, and just like that, a long time passes.
Phew. We finally managed to calculate it. I've nearly forgotten everything I learned about terrain analysis in the military after not using it for so many years.
Thank you for your insights, Missy Zold. You've been a great help.
No need to thank me. Miss Timefield, you look much more lively than back at the banquet. Seems being around someone your own age really does make a difference. All right, everyone. I'll be heading off now. Make sure to take care of yourselves.
All right. Since we've pinpointed where the Obscura floated out of the hollow, how about we head in and take a look?
Great idea. There's still some time before nightfall. Even just scouting ahead a bit would be good.
Miss Yuzuha, are you going into the hollow? Then take our boat. Mello and Ayuba would be happy to help out however they can.
This is the ship in her bed, but she's steady in the water.
Ah, there it is. There's a drainage pipe up ahead. We're on the right track.
The higher we go up the mountain, the more pipes are buried underground. It's becoming harder to spot them.
Sorry. Ferry can roughly estimate the direction of the pipes, but due to limited holo data of this area, we can't pinpoint their exact locations. Belle, we've cleared out quite a bit of miasma along the way. Are you still holding up okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
This place is some distance from the industrial port where porcelain is made, and it's really well hidden.
According to the records, there used to be a materials lab around here that was shut down years ago. It seems the ether concentration in the area remained stable and within safe limits, at least until the miasma started increasing. Due to its advanced facilities, the materials lab once had long-term researchers stationed there, and scholars were often invited to visit as well.
What if the lab was never actually shut down? And it was instead turned into an illegal porcelain production facility?
Sounds like something Porcelumex would do. All right, let's keep heading upstream.
Let's move then.
Yeah. Please be aware of ether activity units.
We've been walking forever. We should have run into some enemies by now.
Two directions. Both paths lead to higher ground. The water flows into the drainage channel from earlier. Which way should we go? Clues. Hold up. Check this out. Small wool checks here. So has it been contaminated? You can never at this concentration, Mazin can't multiply and will disperse. to imperceptible levels after a while. Could these traces be recent? Wool tracks might not be visible anymore. Try using the inset technique. See if it helps.
We should be able to sniff out some clues around here with our technique.
Eyesore.
One second. Ooh. This card. Maybe not that. There's something we can also do right now. Down ferry. So you guys look for access. Crap card nearby.
Huh. The tracks lead right up to here.
Cover drop during some commotion. Carts run here a lot. This many tracks on faces. Since there's carts coming through here, that means whoever entered the hollow was transported something. Stuff. You're gonna check the stuff out. That's actually a good question. Where's that? Keep in your mind. Look here, do you see these deep wheel tracks? That means they must have been hauling something heavy in here. This is just something you know. Hey look, isn't there something on the ground nearby? Our head? This car might come in handy.
Let's look around and see if there are any other tracks. Watch out! More ethereals have appeared.
More than the ethereals, I'm curious to see if that door up ahead can be opened. Strike in an instant. Keep it up! Yeah, let's go see once we're done with these ethereals.
Let's get an access card. Devices status is abnormal. Please verify your identity and enter the initial password to boot. Possibly this one out here. Alright, this bank will been tracked by the stuff. Initial passwords. Yeah, awesome. Where that. Saturday, my brother sent me. I started streaming today. My brother sent me a video of this guy talking about how he was streaming. He only had one viewer, so he just kept on streaming. And then people just kept on coming and watching. So, gotta start somewhere. I've been super tired as of late. I get home and I get this super sleepy from work. Dang it. But no excuses. I start streaming more consistently.
PlayStation 5 fix so I can play Lost Soul Aside when it comes out.
Let's go. More tire tracks here.
They showed them off in 2019 and 2021.
The miasma around here is getting pretty thick. And there are more monsters, too.
They were hauling stuff around in a place like this? That's just begging for trouble.
I'll handle it. But take me shopping later. Adjust your breathing.
Though we're not exactly in a much better spot ourselves.
That's dope.
Wow. Mr. Kono is throwing shade at himself.
Yeah. Whoa! Our princess is throwing shade?
Road ends ahead.
More monsters.
Let's wipe them out ASAP and see what clues we can dig up around here. There might be a passage behind that miasma.
Individually, apologies. Surprise! A chance to score. Yeah.
Let's check out what's behind that miasma.
Yeah.
I don't know down the website. Then went to the lower level with that card we found earlier. Work on this. This card. If you get card on edition, please use the card with proper clearance and the password after the prompt. Combination of the offline system, mechanical encryption system. I cannot effectively crack it. Well, let's look around and see if there's another way to get through here.
Yeah.
Let's tell you that. Looks like a truck crash. There's here. The next one around here is particularly big. That should have been able to cause this much damage. True, this is such a dangerous place. There's definitely some conspiracy behind this. There's nothing around here that'll keep us out. Let's check something else. Alright, I'm gonna take a break because it's getting harder and harder to watch and play. Give me about an hour or two and I'll be back. Thank you for watching the stream. Drop a like, drop a dislike, whatever you do helps out the algorithm. And I shall return in a little bit.